It is time. Can the Suns get 5 straight wins? And we're checking in on Noah's home screen. That's awesome on the PHNX Suns watch along. Be careful, Noah. Don't click any apps that you don't want us to click. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm Eric. That's Steven. Noah's behind the Mac. Gerald's at the game. You're in the chat. We're all hanging out. What a wallpaper that is. We are all getting to know our producer, Noah, very, very well. He's very scared. I can see right now. He's very, very scared. But we are here. It is time. Shout out to everybody who's already in the chat. Groundhog, Mama, Kev, Michael, Kara, Devin, Optical Illusion, Lucas, Emerson, The Hailstorm. That's a sick name. Who cares about Max Simpson? Steven, Daniel, Sean, Hey Dot. Let's go. Woo! Can we get that game pulled up on our screen, Noah? That would be elite if we could. Welcome in, everybody. Steven just did a pregame show. You ready to watch a little hoop? And can you drag sorry, a little inside baseball here. It's not technically live right now. Can you drag that forward to live? Perfect. Thank you so much. We're all caught up. Sorry, guys. We're here. Ogre's here. Geek's here. How are you doing?
Of course, I'm doing great. Looking forward to this primetime matchup. Doesn't get much bigger in terms of games and the timing at which is coming over the regular season schedule for the Suns in this one. Huge test in time for them against what is the defending champions right now, the reigning champs.
Hello says, I said Eric farted and he ignores me. It's what you deserve. Hello, for lying, slandering, besmirching my good name with my psychos and sickos that we all experience this game together. By the way, guys, we are giving out five $25 Spanatos gift cards to the 5 people that make us laugh the most. Seriously.
Sounds good to me.
Not you, Noah. You're not getting it. Let's get in here. Tip off. Just so everybody knows, Derek White is getting pressed by Colin Gillespie, just passes up the half-court line and hands the ball off to Al Horford. If you are trying to sync up your TVs with ours, Jaylen Brown just took a 3 and hit a 3. Here we go, Steven. Here we go. This is going to be a test.
It is. And then looking at matchups on the Suns side of things, with them having a ball on offense, Al Horford is guarding Ryan Dunn. We talked about this in the Steven study about 2 months ago. If he's going to be playing more mainstream starter minutes, the Suns have to figure out ways in which he can be more effective against cross matchups like having Al Horford. Because all he's going to be looking to do is help off of him every chance he gets. So naturally knocking down threes, but what else in addition to three-point attempts is he doing?
Yeah, 2 threes in 2 possessions already for the Celtics. That makes sense. There's 3 threes in 2 possessions.
Jaylen Brown's already got the 2.
Yeah, you guys might be a little bit ahead of us. That 3 was just hit, so don't spoil anything. Okay, let's see if we get cooked. Chat's freaking out. Oh, we might be cooked. Oh, Colin with the lay. John says, longtime lurker, laugh challenge accepted. Well, we might need the laughs because don't spoil things. Hello, but apparently that's cash. So yikes, big yikes, multiple threes. I mean, this is the champions, man.
It is. They have a tried and true identity that they play to. They have a style of play that matches directly with the roster that Joe Mazzulla has at his disposal, and no offense is as prolific as theirs in a sustained manner this entire season so far.
All right, well, we have early contender for making me laugh. Dylan says, if I was told I had to watch a Suns game on a plane, I would still walk out. Even recently, Dylan? Even recently, they've been good. By the way, Katie over the last 2 games averaging 40 points per game, 11 of 18 from deep.
Seems pretty good.
Oh, you got to put a hand up. What are you doing?
You might want to get a little closer and put that hand up, Jaylen Brown.
Hey, this guy named Kevin Durant, scouting reports out. He likes to shoot that midi.
Yes.
Listen, guys, they were down early to the Bucks. Let's not freak out just yet.
If you look at that.
Fuck.
Well,
fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, are we cooked, chat? Are we cooked? I got to figure out what we're going to. Yeah, I got to figure out what we're going to tweet from the beat account right now. Somebody said give Porzingis one of those gift cards. Or maybe we do a
Jaylen
nickname
Brown.
challenge. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, he missed. Oh,
KP.
Tingus Pingus. Bye-bye. That's the momentum shift that we need. Jacob says, so about that Spinatos, Jacob, you're going to have to earn it, brother. You're going to have to earn it. Listen, guys, 9:21 just passed on the clock. Make sure y'all hit that like button, guys. This is the Boston Celtics, okay? This was never going to be easy. You don't like being down 12-4. I would say I would prefer actually not to be down 12-4, but it's not an insurmountable lead. Ryan Dunn hits a three.
There you go. Those are the exact shots he's going to have opportunities to take all game. Is he going to continue to take them confidently without hesitation like he did there, even following up the attempt after an air ball?
Christ.
It won't matter if they can't stop the Celtics from taking and making
if
threes.
they lose because Boston shoots 90% from deep,
nah, that's inexcusable because that's something that game plan wise coming in that they're gonna look to do.
Jeez, man, this is Hello says we are so far back. Yes, sorry, Hello. We're delayed on YouTube, so apologies. Oh yeah, I see on our screen the score is way ahead of us. So yes, we are a little far behind. But hey, just think about it. If this gets way too out of hand, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not good. That is not good at all. Jeez, man, you got to hold on to the ball. Well, guys, that does it for our watch along. Optical Illusion says this is what we've been talking about all season. Sean says the Celtics play like a kid on 2K. Hello says I can give you a stream link. I am legally streaming this through my cable provider. It's YouTube that has us so far behind, guys. There's a pretty big delay on YouTube. So apologies. Sorry about that. There's really nothing we can do about it, though. But we are just hanging out.
Y'all still kicking it with us, though.
Oh, absolutely. We appreciate everybody who's in here. Hello, do not spam links in our chat. I would like our stream to stay up and to stay monetized. Thank you very much. Let's see here. You need to get some stops, and that's not what you do.
Wide open. That's like 5 wide open threes that they've taken already.
Kevin, get out of here.
I am.
Appreciate you.
Maybe we should just give away pizza to everybody. I think that everybody needs a... Jeez, they're 0 of 1 from 2, and that's the Miss Tingus Pingus dunk. And they're 7 of 9 from 3. What? Hello, that's a weird comment. Arden says, what the fuck is happening? Buddy, the Boston Celtics are happening. I think we're going to give away gift cards to the 5 people who come up with the best nicknames for Noah. Noah can be involved in giving it away. So let's start. Y'all start giving. Noah, come on screen real quick. Walk over here for a second. Okay. Get over here, Noah. Yeah, Dysik with a great question. Why the fuck are we going under screens? That's not a great decision. Everybody get a good look. Maybe do a little spin for the camera. Okay. The big arc. No sound guys would love to at least hear it. You guys not hear us? It's over for y'all? Wait. Did we lose sound? Noah is mid-man. I like that. Yeah, not a great game from Nick Richards so far. The arc. Tell me why the arc. Oh, Noah's arc. That makes sense. Oh, and now we lost the game. Is our computer crashing? Okay, they say that they can hear us. Oh, am I gonna have to go back there and log us back in? Yeah, hit Chrome. There we go. Full screen that baby. Okay, they mean the game. Gotcha. Maria with a $4.99 super chat. Thanks, Maria. Says, I'm going to lose my mind right now. These open threes are killing me. That's the one thing you shouldn't concede to this team. And Nick, don't piss me off.
I hear you. Loud and clear on that. Nick has to be better. This probably is a game where you would want to play Oso as much as you did in the Cavaliers game, but it's not the same context because Nick wasn't even available. So you don't want to have to play Oso 44 minutes with the full breadth of your center rotation available. But honestly, if the effort is going to be that and the impact is not going to be there, you'll be better off doing that and playing small ball pretty much the whole game versus trying to stay big in some capacity.
I mean, I would like to see if they could maybe just throw Oso out there. Like, this is one of those situations where you can't just wait for Boston to stop hitting shots.
Nope.
You need to get out ahead of it and you need to actively adjust. This is, hey, Mike Budenholzer, you've been coaching all right as of late. Maybe you need to make a quick decision here.
Yeah, the margin for error, like we mentioned pregame, is non-existent with the Celtics team.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't adjust on time, or even if you're not ahead of that curve, that's enough to put you behind 20 points. And when you're down 20 to a team that shoots as many and makes as many threes in the ways they wish the Celtics can, coming back is insurmountable.
Yeah, and I mean, that's been this team's kryptonite. Optical Illusion pointing it out in the chat, of course. The Suns have let everybody that's played in the NBA hit threes on them so far this season. I mean, remember Tyrese Martin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyrese Martin lit them up from deep.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Boston Celtics. This ain't no Tyrese Martin. Then KD hits a three. That is what we need.
What a disgusting sweater from Jayson Tatum.
Yeah, gross. Gross.
I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, my favorite color is blue.
But
definitely not that blue.
Good foul. Gillespie, underrated, gritty type quality for my sneaky athletic white point guard Colin Gillespie. Great at making sure that when he fouls, he fouls.
Yeah. As the smallest player on the court, he does a great job of making his presence felt. He's very physical for his size, and he figures out how much the referees are going to allow him to get away with offensively as well as defensively.
Wow Factor with a nickname for Noah says, "You never Noah." Okay. I like that.
This is very true.
So far, Steven says, called Noah Chippa because of the Central Michigan Chippewas. We have Noah's Ark, and we have You Never Noah. Okay, so far, Noah says You Never Noah is winning. So right now, Wow Factor in the lead. We have 5 to give out. We have 5. So you know what? Wow Factor, you win. Wow Factor wins one of our 5 $25 Spinato's gift card. In order to redeem Wow Factor, I need you to message at PHNX_Suns, and I need you to find a way to prove to me that you are Wow Factor, whether it's screenshotting the back end of your YouTube page and your YouTube account. I just don't want people claiming to be you. Devin says Noah Sudoku God. Sudoku God Noah. I don't hate it. Katie on KD. One. There we go, Katie. There we go, Katie. Listen, this game is far from over. Let's skip the doomsday stuff. Okay, this game is far from over.
Just
and a little turnover.
Restart. It's not new for the Suns to be late to the party.
3. Bang!
There you
go. Bang!
No Mike Breen bangs in the first quarter.
You're getting an Eric Ruby bang. Noah-tastic. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that one. All right. Wow Factor understands the assignments. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Rick? What's up, Sean? Arton? Remember, guys, we are a little behind on the stream because of YouTube's delay, just so you know. But on our screen, even the score that is pulling up next to us is a little ahead. That's going to be more for you guys. The other part of our stream is a little behind.
Colin?
Bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Again, like I mentioned in pregame, this game is going to be bombs away. It's about doing it in process to get the shots that you want to take and not just literally throwing things up at the rim, but they've understood the assignment so far, especially out of this first time out.
I love that they're showing fight. That's the big thing,
for
right?
sure.
I think the Suns of a couple weeks ago, they would have just been fucked off the bat, right?
Yeah.
Like as soon as Boston goes up, you're like, all right, let's put this one in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello, do not dislike because I said bang so many times. Okay. Hello, you could win a Spinato's gift card, but not if you dislike this stream. Okay. Hit that like button, y'all. Remember, we do have a post-game show, and a reminder, it is up on the screen right now. we have a watch party on Friday at Spinato's in Gilbert. You can come win prizes. We got a pregame. We have a postgame live from there. I'm emceeing the pizza basketball contest. Tons of giveaways, not just from the Sun side of things, free Suns tickets, not just from Spinato's side of thing. I'm abroad, need to sort email. We'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. Wow Factor, no worries at all. Well, here's the thing. Wow Factor, do you live locally? Because it's a Spinato's $25 gift card. And Spinato's is only a local location. So I want to make sure that I give it to people who are able to use it. If you're currently abroad, then it's fine. You can wait and you can save it. But I want to make sure that we send it to people who are able to do it. Rodriguez says, I like Gringo Rilla. Hey, that's my nickname, though. Okay. I know who Ric Flair is. Okay. Don't test me on my WWE knowledge. If I do win one, can I pick someone? Yeah, hello, that's fine. Oh, no, Wow Factor, you're not local. No. I don't think there's Spinato's outside of Arizona. It's a local company. I'm sorry. Wow Factor. But I can't just give you cash. We got the Spinato's gift cards. My apologies. You can pick somebody. Wow Factor, you could pick a local in the chat. That is a good idea. I want to win the gift card. I got to take my lady somewhere in the limousine. Woo! Yes, Wow Factor, you could pick a local in the chat. Maria says, this live watch is actually calming me down. I was spiraling in my living room before joining the chat. That's what we're here for.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for. Oh, man. This team is showing life, Steven.
They are. This is very positive to see them do this against the high-level teams that they're going up against in this, basically the rest of the way through the regular season. There's going to be games where they start off slow. They've typically started off slow, like I mentioned earlier. They're usually late to the party, good time out from Bud. Whatever the message was, they've responded to that and then some. And now it's actually a game again.
Yeah, Rodriguez says feeling better. Everybody who out of nowhere is a pretty decent one. How do I win the gift card? Do I have to put on the figure 4? That's funny, Rick. Yeah, let you guys know if you are local. Let it be known in the chat. Rick says Spinoza is the best. Kara says that she is local. Sean and Maria, I believe, Wow Factor are not local. I believe Maria is in DC and I believe Sean is in Texas, unfortunately. So you're going to have to pick somebody else. Everybody, let us know if you are local in the chat. Megan is recovering from a long day at work. Noah in the chat says extremely normal Noah. You like that nickname for him?
No, because it's not true.
Is there a Noah moment that stands out to you?
No. Not one in specific, because he finds a way to one-up himself time after time, which is a talent in and of itself.
That is true. You never know what you're going to get with Noah. You never know.
I guess it's growing on me a little bit.
Hello, are you local? Man. Man, hello. Are you local? Hello. Yep, everybody keep letting us know. We'll be giving out 4 more Spinato's gift cards throughout the remainder of this. This one is Wow Factors to give away because he picked, what was it? You Never Noah? Was that what it was? No, what was the one that Wow Factor said? Yeah, he said You Never Noah. We were giving nicknames to Noah. Wow Factor had the best one. He's not local, so he's picking somebody who is local. Hello. If you are local, then you have one. Gave it to me so I can. No, hello, no. You can't pass on the pick. You can't. Broa's good. Okay. Hello gets to choose, I guess. What we can't just keep passing it off. Pick somebody who says they're local. Damn it. Literally, so many people. Okay, so many people. You gotta pick somebody. Ogre is local. Shut up, Ogre. You are lying. You are lying. Okay, this is proving to be way more difficult than I wanted it to be, guys. It does not need to be this difficult. Okay, local here and a little bit loco. I like that. Hello says I live in heaven. Well, I hope I go to hell. Sorry, hello. I'm an angel. Somebody needs to get picked. Okay, Wow Factor says give it to Lucas. We're giving it to Lucas. Lucas, here are the rules. I need you to in whatever way possible, prove it to me on at PHNX_Suns on Twitter. You are going to message us proving that you are Lucas, and we will send you the $25 Spanatos gift card. The rest of you locals, stick around. We're giving away 4 more Spanatos gift cards as Nick Richards tips it back in. And on our screen, the Suns are back within 1. We are a little bit on a delay here watching in the office, but we appreciate all of you hanging out with us nonetheless. A reminder.
Man. Oh,
Jesus.
man. Sheesh. All right, Boston has...
That's not true, hello.
Let's see.
That's not true. I know a lot of PHNX lore. I just don't like you.
Boston has 5
bro.
players with at least 1 made 3.
That's crazy.
We're just a little over past the halfway mark of the first quarter.
And the Suns only down 6.
Mm-hmm.
Only down 6. Maria says, let me shut up. Lucas says, damn, I don't have Twitter. Lucas, email me. Email me eric@gophnx.com. Okay? And do not abuse that, guys. But yeah, Rick, we are on a delay.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't call it.
Lucas, find a way to prove it to me and email me. The way that my first name is spelled at gophnx.com. Well, hello, you're not going to get her, okay? So deal with it. Deal with it, hello. You will miss the love of your life. See, I know the lore. Hello. Thank you very much. Thanks, Lucas. Appreciate you. Thanks to everybody. Share this with your friends. Let's get to 100 people in here. We would very much appreciate that. White chocolate chip. Oso is in the game.
Tyus Jones as well.
Tyus Jones, Oso. That's crazy comment, Patrick. Crazy comment. White chocolate chips are very good. So we got Royce, KD, Oso, Tyus, and Book. That was a good pass. Fallon, Peyton, Pritchard.
There you go, Tyus.
Woo! There we go. Attack who you can attack.
Yep. There's not many matchups you can poke at in any sense with the Celtics because everybody's an at least solid defender, but they have players that are not as great as Derek White and Drew Holiday to be going at every single possession. So
that was a dirty step back. Listen, the Celtics will keep shooting threes. Now, I don't know if they're going to hit it at the rate they hit it for the first couple of minutes. As Sam Hauser hits a 3, I'm going to shut up.
Don't talk too soon.
Blowa. That's funny. The ladder's good. Ric Flair, you are a funny guy in chat. I understand all your references, Ric Flair. I hope you know that. There we go, Book. Noah the Grower, Floa, Slowa, Blowa. Noah the Grower is kind of crazy. Not the Noah the Grower, not the Showa. Oh, I'm really glad that I hope people didn't hear that. Rick asks, so if Gillespie's contract gets guaranteed, do we get any additional control going forward? I believe you can negotiate any type of contract you want with him to a certain extent. So I do believe that you can have a couple-year contract for Colin, which I would love. I would absolutely love to sign Colin Gillespie to a nice, controllable, multi-year contract. You would need to cut somebody. So I would believe Vasa Micic.
Vasa Micic and
I see the thing is with Monte. The thing with Monte is that he doesn't play, but my God, if you need him to, he could. I don't feel the same way about Vasa.
But the thing is, if you cut Vasa, I don't know what their plans are with him going into this offseason as well. So
I don't think Vasa's on this team next year. I don't think Monte's on this team next year. And I think Monte, worst case scenario, can help. How is that not continuation?
Wow. That's like the 5th or 6th time just watching games across the league the last like week or so where I'm like, that's definitely an and one. And the refs are like, yeah, it's not though. So at this point, I don't even understand what is and isn't an and one at this point. But
yeah, it's like what's a catch in football?
Like they did end up giving KD free throws. Was it a shooting foul they called this?
No, they didn't call it a shooting foul. Oh, no, they did. They did.
Called it a continuation.
What's going on? Be Calm's advocate, Noah. Wow Factor says, Eric, if I get another one right, can pick another. Eric, if get another one right, can pick another winner. Yes. Listen, the Suns are in this game, man. Like this, they're going toe for toe. And Geek says, Eric, I think you owe Devin a gift card because he made me laugh. Devin, are you local? I'm going to be asking that so much. You local? Local? Devin, you local? And one.
Cody Martin.
Love that guy, man.
Very underrated is his ability to put the ball in the deck as a secondary playmaker or just to generally get a drive and get a paint touch. Play breaks down. He's able to just go directly into the chest of Peyton Pritchard, puts it up over the top, gets fouled.
They are
and makes the
attacking
free
these
throw.
white men. They are singling them out, and they are going at the rim.
It's true.
East Valley, Devin, message
Good
at
switch.
PHNX_Suns on Twitter. Prove that it is you somehow. Ooh, Wow Factor says Casanova. That's good. Maria says refs love ripping Phoenix off. Email sent from Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. I'll check that. I'll check that tonight or maybe at halftime. Got a lot going on right now, respectfully. But you will get your Spanatos gift card. Devin, message at PHNX_Suns on Twitter. Prove that it's you or email me, Eric, ERIK at gophnx.com. Yes, they're going at those white men. Let's see here. I mean, listen, this is a high scoring first quarter, but the Suns being able to put up over 30 points on the Celtics in the first quarter, they're going to give up 40, but that's not bad against this defense.
Hey,
so good.
That's very good against this defense. The Celtics are one of the best teams in first quarters across the entire NBA. So that's not just the offensive end. Obviously, they can score, but they typically set a tone with their defense, which then plays into their offense. And naturally tonight, it's been the offense that's led the dance. And we see where the score is right now. 40 points in the first quarter for the Boston Celtics.
All I know is like this could be worse, right? Again, the defense has been a calling card for this team, and the 3-point defense has not been awesome so far. But right now they're toe for toe, right? Like Boston has 40, on our screen right now. What we're watching, I see ahead on our screen on our stream. They have 42 because the ESPN app on our stream is ahead of us. The Suns almost have 40 as well. And you don't want to give up over 40 in any quarter, but if you're going to do that, then you're going to do it, in a game where you're competing and your fans will at least be able to tolerate it. The way this game was playing out at the beginning, Steven, didn't seem like that was going to happen.
It did not. The Suns have their work cut out for them as far as neutralizing that 3-point margin like we spoke to in pregame. Boston has 10 made threes in the first quarter.
Jeez.
And they have 16 attempts. The Suns only have 8 attempts alone. And they only have 4 makes. So they got some work to do. They got their work cut off for them there in particular. That's going to be their avenue to really starting to get back neutral in the actual game score. But yeah.
30 points. Sean is signing off because he has a tradition where he's been watching the first quarter for the Suns in this 4-game win streak, and then he goes and he does something else. So, bye, Sean.
True to the process. We appreciate you, Sean.
We appreciate your sacrifice. Hopefully the Suns can pull this out. Noah Diggity. That's a decent one, Steven. Maria says you're hitting your bet tonight.
I think so, but we'll see. Everything looks decent so far, though, for sure.
William says the genius because he know a lot. Noah likes that one. I can't give away 3 Spanatos gift cards in the first quarter, though. We only have 5 to give away. So I got to maybe we'll do one more. We'll do one more in the second quarter. And then we'll do... Okay, how about this? Ooh, I don't know, because multiple people could predict this. I was going to say predict how many points the Suns will score in the second. Oh, he missed that. Okay. We will give away one more gift card next quarter, and we will then give away 2 in the second half. Killer Rex says if Beal were in the game, the Suns would have been down 40 already. Yeah, Maria, the first quarter just ended. The Suns 42-38. Wow. What a first quarter.
Yeah. High scoring, high octane, many possessions. The pace is through the roof. The shots are being taken. Shots are also being made. The ball's moving around. It's a very fun template of basketball on display in this first quarter.
Are you surprised at anything that we've seen?
No. This is quite literally what we talked about in pregame. Cross-matching galore, all types of 3-point attempts being taken and made from both teams. The ball is moving. The pace is high. This is about what I expected. I honestly was on the fringe of betting on both teams scoring 120 in this game just because of how many 3-point attempts they take and how many they can both make as well.
Yeah, you were mentioning pregame. You got to shoot the threes and you got to stop them from shooting those threes.
One part of that did not happen in that first quarter, but
no, but I mean, if they score 30 points from behind the line in each quarter, yeah, it's on you. But you're kind of fucked. Like you're not going to win that game.
Yeah, there's no realistic avenue to winning a game like that unless you're going to go and make the same amount on your end.
So Noah says that he likes the genius nickname.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. We'll let Noah pick one. So we'll just give away our final Spinatos gift card of the first half. We'll give away 2 more in the second half. I believe the genius comment was William. William, you know how to reach me.
Noah, can you toss me the my
you can
little
speak
phone
in the mic.
stand? No, I didn't want to cut you off.
At
Least for them to hear you.
William, you are the winner chicken dinner. Rick asks, would you guys trade Kevin Durant in the offseason if you can get Jalen Green?
Nope.
No. Jalen Green is exciting when he's on. Jalen Green, I think, is a fun young player. Jalen Green does not move me, especially pairing him with Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that.
Is that Jokic?
Jeez. What? 31-7 and 7
That's what
in
a
the third.
week and some change off will do for your legs, though, for sure.
That's fair. Oh, look at the little pizza on the screen. Not as good as Spinato's pizza, I'll tell you that.
Though.
Yeah, your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
That's PHNX. That's PHNX lore right there.
That's right.
I'm really excited, guys. We have it on the lower part of our screen. Just a reminder, the watch along or watch party this Friday at Spinato's, the Gilbert location, pregame show, games, prizes, giveaways, pizza basketball contest. You get to hang out with all of us over in Gilbert at Spinato's. We love it. We love Spinato's. We love you guys. We love pizza. We love basketball. It is a perfect combination. I expect to see a lot of you out there.
I definitely do too. Should be a lot of fun. It's obviously never lacking entertainment when the Suns go up against Anthony Edwards over the last season and some change
Facts.
now. So, needless to say, that one should have some fireworks in and of itself.
Ric Flair asked, do you guys want to keep Kevin Durant and run it back? They basically have to. I get it because they don't have any flexibility. I would like to do everything possible to get off of Bradley Beal and to keep Kevin Durant, but there is a world where I'm okay with a Kevin Durant trade, but I would never say there's a world where I would be happy with it, if that makes sense. Here we go. Oso, Grayson Allen, Tyus Jones, Cody Martin, and Devin Booker starting the second quarter. Cody Martin, man.
Mm-hmm. Again, his ability to put the ball on the deck as a secondary creator for this team is something that's going to be of great value as these games grow more meaningful and potential play-in scenarios start to surface for them.
Another 3. Brick. Celtics ball. Yeah, man, I've been loving Cody Martin. Ric Flair asked, did any of you guys play basketball in high school? Serious question. Ric Flair just with the Q&A. I love it.
Of course.
For your high school team?
Mm-hmm.
Point guard?
Of course.
Varsity?
What other positions
I know,
I gonna play?
Stephen PG3.
Nah, not even that. I ain't been the most vertically inclined person in my entire life either.
You have I did not play basketball. I did martial arts for 15 years. So that took up all my time because
also, I love the mindset though.
I fought on the competitive circuit around Arizona. So I was training 4 or 5 days a week. Played a fuck ton of pickup basketball though. I played a ton of pickup with the basketball team. I did PA announcing for basketball and for football because it was like the only sports journalism thing my school had. So I would play pickup in the off season. And I was in high school. I was a little chubbier. So I was an energy rebounding, post player. Now I've torn ligaments in both my ankles. One time playing basketball, one time doing karate. So now I'm defense first 3-and-D player that does not like jumping in the paint and rebounding. Hello says, I won a tournament, Eric. What tournament did you win? A basketball tournament? A fighting tournament? Kara says that she played basketball.
Are Carol played basketball?
Yep.
I know Maria played basketball.
Maria
too.
played basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think that Kevin Durant played basketball in high school? Derek White? Noah played.
Mhm.
Noah apparently can hoop. I'm going to learn a lot about him on Friday. Lucas says, I played hockey and basketball. That makes sense, Lucas. What's Steven, what's like your greatest like athletic play? Like, do you have like, I know you do, where you're like, damn, I really did that. Basketball or not basketball? Because I know you're a flag football god as well.
I wouldn't say God.
You would. You're too humble.
Keeping it basketball.
Travel. Yuck.
There was a play when I was in high school that it was fun for me. I had a half court buzzer beater
Okay.
against a full court press, so it wasn't like I just was able to just stride right into it. And it was on one of the
Cash money, no bank?
No, it was bank.
Okay.
It was on one of the more legendary basketball courts in Chicago too.
Oh, yeah?
In the
What court?
Chicagoland area at Proviso East High School. Doc Rivers,
Okay.
Sterling Brown,
Okay.
Shannon Brown, Javon
Stephen
Carter,
Prejean Garner.
Michael Finley.
Stephen
No,
Prejean Garner.
That's not where I'm going with that.
That's
at
where I'm
all.
going with
That's
it.
not where I'm going with that. But yes, that was a moment because that's where a lot of my family is from, Maywood. A lot of my family was there for that game as well.
Oh,
So
that's got to feel so
it was
good.
dope. Everybody was like, "What in the world?" And all my uncles and aunts was like, "I know that's right, nephew." was like,
they were
yeah.
so loud in the stand.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
that
man.
was fun. That was a nice little moment.
Yeah, a lot of fouls. Maria says liking what she's seeing defensively. Do you agree?
They've been better since that first time out, for sure. That's the only way they've been able to kind of close this gap.
Uh-oh. Hello says something is coming that I don't want to know. I like that you guys are ahead and now I'm prepared for disaster.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's tough. How do you alley-oop to somebody who's balding? I have a higher vertical than Sam Hauser. Okay? You ever dunked?
Nah.
I have.
Well, at Extreme Trampoline, if that counts.
That doesn't count.
So then no.
I think Noah, you said you dunked, right? Yeah, Noah said he's dunked. I have dunked as well. Not consistently. My problem was never the jumping. And I also I have Mikal Bridges wingspan. I have really long arms. It was controlling the basketball when I went up. So I'd always need somebody to lob it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd windmill it. You know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello says, my question, would Eric, Steven, or Noah make it farther on Drag Race? It's a good question. That's not the Drag Race he's talking about. Noah says he's a better driver. I feel like it would be me personally. Kara says the team is insane at the threes. That they are, and I have a feeling that's what this is about to happen. Yep. Oh man. Listen, this team's gonna go on runs. Like we saw it at the beginning. It is what it is. You just have to sustain those runs, and you need to score yourself. And having a lineup out there that was unable to capitalize on when the Celtics were missing, that did set this team back a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It did. They have to be able to connect both sides of the floor to each other. Play off of your stops defensively and allow for yourself to set your defense because you're putting the ball in the basket at obviously a high rate, with the Celtics having 51 points just past the 8-minute mark in the second quarter.
When you put it like that, right? I mean, the Suns having 42 right now. You're like, I can live with 42.
Sure.
I like 42, even when they've missed a couple shots.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair has a future in journalism. Oh, you needed that. The best high school basketball player you saw in the city of Chicago.
There you go, Cody. The best that I saw in person?
Yes.
That's a great question. Because there's a lot of NBA talent that was in the Chicagoland area when I was in high school.
Like?
Jalen Brunson, Tyler Eulis, Jabari Parker. I would probably say I was on the court with Jahlil Okafor.
Oh, wow.
Going against Whitney Young. I was actually next to him during the free throw one time, and I was just laughing because I'm like, this is 17, 16-year-old me and
Manute
Jahlil
and Muggsy.
And Jahlil is a grown man, yes. And there was a grade behind me, yeah. So that was fun. I would probably, because I'm inclined to guards, I would probably say between Jalen Brunson and Tyler Eulis.
Tyler Eulis, Phoenix Suns legend. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
That elevator. Best restaurant you've been to while living in Chicago?
Best restaurant? So many options. I would probably go with something that I've frequented far more than like a sit down restaurant.
Sure.
And
That's the way
somewhere
to
I
go.
would suggest for someone to go if they ever visit Chicago, and that's Uncle Remus.
What do you get there?
I don't know what's an equivalent for Uncle Remus out here because it's a little different, but it's basically some of the best chicken that you will ever
Yeah?
have in your life.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's a chicken spot I gotta take you to out here. No free ads.
for sure.
But it's close to where I live now. Obviously, I'm about to move, so it's pretty close to you, and
Mhm.
it is. It's beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
My
Also,
bar
all
is
the beautiful
very
people
high
in here.
for food.
Huh?
My bar is very high for food.
okay.
For
You can-
understandable reasons.
It's okay.
Yeah, Noah.
That's funny. Remember, guys, we're gonna be giving away. Oh, we gave away all three. Yeah, Devin, you need to DM or email me, Devin. We gave you a Spinatos gift card. So if you do not message me, or if you are not in here anymore, or whatever, let me know. I guess you can't let me know if you're not in here anymore. We'll be giving away 2 more Spinatos $25 gift cards in the second half. And we will be bringing you all sorts of coverage for that second half as well. Hopefully the Suns can put a little something together. The best pizza place is Spinatos, Hailstorm. But what's the best pizza place in Chicago, Steven?
That is a great question.
Are you a Chicago-style pizza guy?
No, I just like flatbread.
Okay.
But I'm biased to a place called My Pie. They're
Okay.
known for their deep dish, but their general pizza is very, very good.
Okay.
For sentimental reasons, I'm biased to My Pie.
Okay.
So
So if you're ever in
that's gonna be
Chicago,
my answer. Yeah.
if you're ever in Chicago.
Yep. There's only 2 locations. One of them is not open as frequently as the other, but yeah, it's called My Pie.
Kara, you need to get over to Spinatos. We had the red zone on our 24-hour stream, and it was delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. How much is a pizza in AZ, Eric? Wow factor, I don't know exactly where you live. I would assume that pizza's a pretty universally priced. I don't think, oh my God, I just saw a Jokic pass. Yo, look at this.
Yeah, because he's not human.
What the fuck?
Nothing he does surprises me anymore, but it's still very impressive.
Yeah,
That dude's
Suns need to
not-
get
He's not human.
Suns need to get KD back on the floor right now.
I agree.
They're they've weathered the storm. Like they're down 7,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're not down 50. Lost and scored 50. But they need KD out there. They need a little boost on the offensive side of things. How are we feeling, chat? Are we feeling good? B's asking the same thing. B's and I are on the same page. That's a funny joke, Ogre. How are we feeling, guys? Thoughts about this game so far? King says Suns should have signed a catch and shoot 3-point shooter like Clay instead of Beal.
Well, they got Grayson Allen for that.
And Grayson Allen ain't been doing that recently.
Yeah, it's not, but that's what his role is. He is to be this team's Klay Thompson.
They signed him. They paid him. See,
And I
Watts
mean,
says
he
Bol
earned
Bol,
it.
question mark?
He earned it because of being the best 3-point shooter in the league last season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's still shooting. I think he's shooting north of 42,
Yeah,
43%.
that's the thing. His bar is so high that
Yeah.
even him dropping off even the slightest bit is still elite. So I don't worry about Grayson. He does need to make his shots for this team, but I'm not worried about him not necessarily hitting that stride from last season.
Yeah,
Especially
think
because his
Grayson-
volume is so high.
Grayson is in a little bit of a similar spot to Beal for me, where it's like the lack of athleticism and the lack of defense. I think he's a smart defender, and I think he tries,
Mhm.
but he just doesn't have the facilities for that, big man. And I just feel like in theory he should be good on this team, but in actuality, like I've been loving Cody Martin's minutes a lot more.
Mhm.
Ryan Dunn minutes a lot more. Royce, when he's hitting his 3, I've liked his minutes a lot more. Obviously, KD is in there in the wing conversation as well. It's like it gets to the point where you're going down the list as far as where Grayson Allen falls in this wing rotation.
Mhm.
But he just needs to hit open shots. Like that's really the big thing with him, and that's why he was so good last year. The Damari says, I don't know why, but I really feel like we're taking this game.
I would not be surprised. They're still very much in striking distance, and as long as they remain there, so that their scoring and tough shot making impact can have the impact that it needs to have in the fourth quarter in particular, I think they'll be fine.
They've pulled out some tough games as of late. Let's see if they can do it again here. That was a nasty move from Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
King says, not Clay, but Suns should have signed a solid 3-and-D player instead of Beal. Beal was a terrible signing. Yeah, I mean, if you could replace Bradley Beal with the prototypical 3-and-D, you would do it, especially because you're probably not paying Bradley Beal money for that either. We got Colin, Grayson, Book, Dunn, and Richards on the floor. Still no KD. Would like to see KD soon. I don't love that shot.
Around the 5-minute mark.
I don't love that shot from Book, but you got to live with it. Suns on the precipice of falling down double digits on our clock. It is just about to hit 6 minutes left in the game. I know that our score bug and where we are not officially lined up, but just letting you guys know, it is 5:55. That is a foul. Believe KD should be checking out here. Yeah, William says, Sean out watching Psych. Of course we're winning. Yep. KD's back. This is good. Listen, they kept it within striking distance. Now you need KD, Book to go on a run. Hey, man, go on the lead with a half.
Big thing they've been doing lately is closing halves well. Obviously closing first half, but also closing games well. They need one of those double-digit runs where their stops allow for them to play off of their defense with their offense and a couple of threes to go in addition to all of that.
You know, the middle eight in football, Suns got to win the middle eight here. End this half strong, start the next half strong, and I feel like you have a chance to pull this one off. I mean,
that's
listen,
not the shot you want to be taking.
No.
Late in the clock, Colin Gillespie shooting fadeaway middies.
Fadeaway midi.
Not ideal.
Yeah, no thank you.
Against Derek White on top of all of that.
And then an Al Horford 3. Listen, man, this Celtics team is nasty. Suns down 12 now. But this is a Celtics team that's missing their best player in Jayson Tatum. Would you agree that he's their best player?
Yeah, of course. I don't really see why there's conversation about whether he is or not when
I think it's the finals MVP talk.
Still, Jaylen Brown came up with more timely moments than Jayson Tatum. But again,
I'm a big Jaylen Brown fan. I do think Tatum's better, but I'm really, really high on Jaylen Brown. One of the few players that I would trade straight up for KD if I had the opportunity to. Here's the thing. This is a team in Boston that's missing Jayson Tatum, is on the second night of a back-to-back. Oh, no, the Kings game was 2 nights ago. So they've had a day of rest, but they're without Jayson Tatum. They're on the road against a team that has won 4 straight, including wins over the Cavs and wins over the Bucks. And they are still favored by 6 points on the road. That's how damn good. Wow says we are only losing because guys are left open. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They're not just hitting really tough fadeaway threes. That's a big miss. You got to capitalize on that miss here.
Yep.
Cut this to single digits. I don't know if they will, though.
Great screen. That's tough.
Oh, these refs.
Look like he got pulled down on that one.
Bro, these refs are on one per usual. Per usual. Sorry for yawning, everybody. Been a long day. Solo edition of PHNX Sun Devils.
Got pulled down on that one.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's
Pregame,
tough.
watch along, postgame show. I'm just putting my all out there for you guys. Hope you guys appreciate that. Who is Skywalker says, get Richards out. I don't think that was on Richards, personally. Just a reminder, guys, we will be taking a break at halftime. But make sure that you stick around, grab a snack, come hang out with us for the second half, and then, of course, for our post-game show as well. Man, welcome to the Ref Show, huh? This is what we're here to see. God. Man,
yeah,
I'm seeing all the comments flood in from the chat, and I don't love it. Don't love it.
This game is going to be a roller coaster. I will just give my little 2 cents on that and hope that you can find joy in watching this game through that, because it's going to be that. It's not going to be smooth sailing in any capacity.
A lot of people asking for Bol. Oh my God, I need some caffeine.
This is not the game for Bull.
Why?
I don't think the rotate. Well, for one, there's a certain type of defense that you have to be sharp with in terms of rotations, in terms of activity, in terms of communication. Those things in particular are not the strong suits of Bol. being able to switch is not necessarily a strong suit either. You don't want to give them correct. You don't want to give them more players that they can just simply target and let Jaylen Brown go at one-on-one and pick and roll. So I don't think this is the game for Bull.
I'm tweeting at Celtics, and it's the Michael Jordan stop it meme. Oh, no, because then he says get some help.
They have another version of it that cuts off before it says get some help.
Do they?
You just have to find it, though.
This is a little behind the scenes. This is how PHNX Sun Devils works, baby. Oh my God, they're all saying stop it, get some help. I've clicked on like 3.
Suns down 16 going into this time.
I mean, that escalated quickly.
Mm-hmm. Indeed it did.
All right, we're doing a different GIF. That's not good. Not only do you need to win this middle 8 and in a basketball sense to be in this, but at the same time, like, you can't lose it by this much. I mean, you've been hanging around with them so well. It's been a single-digit game. You need to strike back here. You can't fall down 16, 17, 18, 19, dare I say 20 points.
Yep. Suns are still sitting at only 4 threes made in this one. They're up to 15 attempts. 26% from deep is not going to get it done, especially when Boston has 26 attempts and they've knocked down 13, 50%.
Kardik says, I hate to say it, but Beal would be perfect for this game.
I feel like I've said enough on the Beal part the last couple of days.
Yeah. The theory of Bradley Beal is a lot different.
More creators in the game like this where you're going against a defense that can switch everything and do so as viably as they can. You have to be able to find more ways than 1 or 2 to poke at their defense to get them in rotation. It's not easy to get the Celtics in rotation, especially if you don't have more than 2 players that can viably put the ball on the deck. That's what's so daunting about big 3 constructs is that you have these 3 high-level creators that can have a counterpunch or dictate to even the best defenses in multiple ways. And you don't have 1/3 of that. That makes that a lot tougher, even with the gravity and skill sets that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant have.
Yeah, the Suns need to punch back here.
Yep.
There's no way around it.
Other quick thing to kind of look at. The Suns have 11 assists on their 19 made field goals. Boston has 16 assists on their 22 made field goals.
Jesus.
So a lot more one-on-one basketball on one side versus the ball moving around the horn. And one team rotating a lot more defensively than the other. And the scoreboard is indicative of which side of the spectrum those teams are on right now, respectively.
I mean, listen, man. The Suns have been playing good as of late, right? 4-game win streak. That's awesome. But at the same time, they're not championship contenders. Like, this is the reigning champion, right? Like, this is a really good team. Now, that being said, the Suns have needed to and have had the ability to play better for sure, but they haven't, and that's on them. They gotta be better. Look at that. We got almost 100 people in here. Numbers still going up. We appreciate you all. Make sure you hit that like button.
This is the dynamic that I came into this game looking for. Over the last 2 games with Kevin Durant specifically, the back-to-back 40 pieces, he's been able to find his way to Jarrett Allen and Brook Lopez or Giannis Antetokounmpo and just have his way. Now with the Celtics, obviously Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford defend better in space than Jarrett Allen and Brook Lopez in particular. But talking about matchup hunting, KD being able to hunt out opposing teams' fives and do what he wants to in terms of putting the ball in the bucket has had weight. But you have to be in a position of where his 2-point makes can have the effect and impact that it needs to be in. being down this much in the first half is not going to keep you in a space where his matchup hunting can have that type of impact over the course of the game.
Yeah. I mean, it might help you get closer, but
Well, not if you're trading 2 for 3, though.
Well,
that's where the math and that's where the literal margin of the score right now works against you. So that's what I mean by they have to keep themselves in that space to where their shot making ability can have the impact that they desire for.
Yeah, this is getting painful. This is getting painful, guys.
Yep.
I have a feeling that this chat will be flooded with Celtics fans at a certain point.
I mean, they're nationwide, worldwide.
We got one
honestly.
working in this office. Terrible.
It's true.
Terrible stuff. A St. Louis native who is a Boston Celtics fan. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Love that Oso's just been taking it to the rim, though, fearlessly.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't get hurt.
He's all right. Get up. He's good.
There we go. I mean, yeah. Teddy's saying this team's really deep.
Yeah. That's why we mentioned in pregame that the Suns, in addition to Booker and Durant having to go off in multiple capacities, they needed a couple of the bench players to have a barrage of threes made and the defensive impact that they did in that game against the Cavaliers in particular.
Apparently there's a giant spider in her bathroom at home. So that's not good. That is not good at all. Well, good luck with that. Nothing I can do about that. Killed a giant moth today because I don't know who cares about this basketball game anymore. She says, "What do I do? You got to kill it, girl."
Yeah,
no
Devin
remorse.
Booker has not been having the most success from deep over the last handful of games. He really needs to find that rhythm and flow from the three-point line in particular, off the bounce especially. And Jaylen Brown hits yet another three-pointer.
Jeez. 13-0 run for the Celtics when we said the Suns needed to go on a run.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about closing quarters, closing halves. This is not what's going to get them back into the game. And we talked about maybe a minute or two ago about the way the ball is moving for the Celtics in comparison to the Suns and the assists to field goals made in respect for both teams. That highlight that they just showed there was yet another example of just that.
Oh, brother, this is not good.
You got Jaylen Brown with the Tyus Jones matchup manipulated. Got to show extra help. Now Kristaps Porzingis can drive against the rotation from Kevin Durant. Layup for Porzingis. Again, 5 players on the court more often than not for the Celtics. They can all dribble, pass, and shoot.
I mean,
they
showed up today.
It's very hard to guard.
Arden with the
guy's hard to
199
guard
super
too.
chat says, and I guess I'm still sick. Cool.
Maybe it's just the Celtics green that's all over your screen right
Listen,
now.
man.
Or all the threes that they're making.
Yeah.
Or both.
You know, I think a lot of people are going to point to not playing KD earlier in this quarter. I think there's a lot of problems. Obviously, you got to stop the three-pointer. You got to stop the offensive rebounds. You've been fouling a lot, or at least they've been calling a lot of fouls. Celtics have also gone on this run when KD's been in the game, too. So,
Yep.
Sandman says not even close to OKC or the Celtics, but we know that, right?
We did.
Like, no, even when we talk about like threats in the West or have they turned it around or whatever it might be, you know, like it's never been like this is a team that is worthy of like being a championship contender.
Yeah. No one was saying that they righted the ship in terms of getting back into alignment with contending teams, record-wise or level of play-wise, but they've definitely turned corners from where they once were to where they are now, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted basketball to matter again, and it didn't matter coming into tonight. And I guess technically speaking, this is not over yet.
Yeah, Kevin Durant with 20 points in the first half, 7 of 10 from the field, 1 for 1 from deep.
Suns have not hit a three-pointer this quarter, 0 of 9.
Nope. Been stuck at 4.
Michael with a 199 super chat says Royse, aka Royce O'Neal, or Grayson Allen need to get going. Very unreliable.
The Suns need their role
good
players
pass.
to knock down the shots that their best players are able to create, and that their ball movement within their spacing creates as well. Non-negotiable type of dynamic over this game that they have to execute on.
Maria says problem is also that Devin Booker is not hitting shots either. I got a feeling
Yep.
that Espo's 50+ bet is not going to hit.
Well, like I said, he had to come on and knock down a couple of threes to set the tone for the game. And
He hit
only,
one.
He made one. He only took one, right?
He's taking 4.
Oh, he's taking 4. And well, yeah. So he made one. I think the one was catch and shoot, and then the other ones were all pull up.
I think the one was on a fast break. I think it was a fast break pull up.
That was a pull up.
I think so.
Okay.
It was like early in the game. It's so hard when we got like so many different things going on. It's all blur.
To say the least.
But it makes it more fun when you go to rewatch the game.
Definitely.
Because you're like, oh shit, I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate everybody who's hanging out with us. 39 seconds left on our screen before halftime. Of course, you guys are probably already almost at halftime as well. Just a reminder, we're giving out 2 Spinato's gift cards in the second half. We will be taking a break at halftime. We'll be back for the second half as well. We'll be giving away Spinato's gift cards, Crying in Misery, and then, of course, we'll be doing a post-game show all right here on PHNX Sports. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as well as on our screen, there are 20 seconds left in this half. Go get yourself a snack, go get yourself a drink, and maybe change your pair of underwear, change up the vibes, try to help the Suns find a way to come back from what is a not fun deficit. 73-54. We will be back. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure that you are back with us for the second half. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll see you then. Welcome back. The Suns are ass, but you guys are not. We are hanging out here. PHNX Suns watch along. The scores are reversed 75-57. But you know what? We are here either way, chat. We appreciate everybody who stuck with us through halftime, still with us right now. Hit that like button. We're giving away 2 Spinatos gift cards this half, and Al Horford just dunked on Ryan Dunn. I would like this to be over.
Not ideal. Not ideal at all.
Oh, man. Again, it's the Celtics, but goddamn, guys, you were in this game. Al Horford is not aging. Yikes. I mean, how many attempted posters have we had?
Yeah.
This game. Emphasis on attempted.
That's tough.
Starting to think, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, starting to think the Celtics might be a better basketball team than the Phoenix Suns.
Starting to. That's a way to start a sentence, that's for sure.
I mean, for one, I thought Gillespie and Jaylen Brown were going to go blow for blow, but apparently not. Your boy doesn't know ball, and Bud sticking with the same starting lineup in the second half. How do you feel about that?
Makes sense. I wouldn't expect him to shift much.
You didn't think Oso?
Nah. Not to start it. I think he might get more minutes in the second half than he did in the first half, but didn't think he would start the second half, though. Interesting thing to continue to watch in the second half, like I mentioned, to open the game. Wrote about it in the Steven study from about 2, maybe 3 months ago. The more minutes Ryan Dunn plays, especially as a starter and in closing minutes, the more he's going to see teams try to cross-match his offensive impact out of games. To start the game tonight, Al Horford was guarding him. Second half, Al Horford goes over to Nick Richards to flip all of those screens into a switch. And Kristaps Porzingis is guarding Ryan Dunn. So he has to be aggressive. The Suns have to find ways to get him the ball in effective ways. And the most important thing, he has to knock down the three-point opportunities that they're conceding. And also he has opportunities to attack the offensive glass like we saw there.
Maybe we will see Bol minutes tonight.
I mean,
If it's a blowout.
Potentially, yeah. If his trend continues to trend this direction.
Chunky says, God, what if Tatum was playing? Wow Factor also says, the Celtics game means nothing if you're not getting to the finals. We need to worry about the West teams. The Celtics are the East problem. It's still like a win considering you're tied for the 10th seed and the 9th seed. You're half a game up on the 10th and tied for the 9th.
It's partly yes to that, but also I'm glad they didn't call a foul on that. But also my thing is, against teams that can switch at a high volume like this, even if they don't necessarily have the same personnel as the Boston Celtics, if you just can be viable with your switching, switch 1 through 5, what does that do to the Suns' offense, especially in a playoff scenario? Think, for example, the Sacramento Kings. One thing they can do, especially behind Sabonis, if they don't want to go to Jonas Valanciunas, they'll play Trey Lyles at the 5, switch everything, and just make teams work one-on-one time and time again. That becomes arduous and becomes borderline ineffective, especially if they're in turn making a whole bunch of threes on the other end of the court.
Rob in the chat is just coming at me for my Beal takes, saying, where are the we don't need Beal takes now? Brother, this game I don't think would be any different with Bradley Beal. And again, I think Bradley Beal is a good basketball player. I don't think he fits with this team. I think against most teams, you're better off without him personally. Steven disagrees, and that's perfectly fine. And you can disagree. That's perfectly fine. But Steven, you could tell me your take. I don't think Bradley Beal, and maybe he makes it better, but I don't think he's really changing what's going on tonight. You know, where you're giving them wide open threes and you can't hit your shots.
Yeah, that's been my whole thing. Ryan, you gotta knock it down, my guy.
I need him to shoot that first one. Yikes.
And that's been my overarching thing with Bradley Beal. Like, I've been very much the Suns can't get to where they hope to be this season without his impact in the rotation. But I can also acknowledge that his fit for this team is far, far, far from ideal.
Yeah.
Some of that by his doing, some of that by the coaches, plural, and they're doing in terms of how they feature him within the offense. Some of it also being roster flaw. Him being overtasked with things that are not his typical strengths. Multiple things can be true at one time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is I don't think just the Beal thing is on Beal. And I totally agree with you. I've been very loud in defending him individually this season.
For sure. And just his presence alone is not going to sway this game into it being tied at 82 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
That just stop tweet never went out. So oh no, maybe it did because I did add Celtics. Yeah, maybe it did. Let's see. Before I double up, because I was about to just double up and do the same thing again.
At this point, why not? Like I asked
you want to know why? You want to know why not? Because nobody liked it. That's why not. But the tweet about Oso Godaro, where I just said this guy rocks, did.
There you go. That's the exact energy the team needs. I don't care if he got fouled or whatever. That's the energy they need. He just
would like to see Oso in there
took
right
the
now.
ball out of Kristaps Porzingis' hands.
Would like to see Oso in the game right now.
I would like to see 5 Ryan Dunns defending on the court.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine a more hellish lineup?
Yeah, just give me that. Watch out.
I mean, I guess it's kind of easy to say it's like a 7-footer, but like, what's nightmare? You had to pick 5 players in all defensive. It's 5 copies of one player to defend against some of the best teams in NBA history. What 5 players or 5 versions of one player are you picking?
Kawhi Leonard.
No, like Kawhi Leonard would be all 5. Okay, gotcha.
Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen. Oh boy, that's not gonna get it done. Dyson Daniels.
That's a good one.
I would love to see 5 Dyson Daniels on the court at one time. That would be insane.
All time defensively, Matrix.
Matrix would be fun.
5 Matrix.
It would be fun to see 5 Matrix.
Draymond's.
Of course. I was going to get
Jimmy,
to the Draymond part.
Jimmy Butler. Dennis Rodman.
That sounds very annoying.
5 Dennis Rodmans would be just disgusting.
Yeah, that sounds very, very annoying.
Yeah, speaking of disgusting, this game is disgusting.
We're
just gonna start having fun, guys.
Crazy.
We're gonna start having fun.
5
We're giving away
holidays will be fun.
We're giving away 2 Spinatos gift cards this half. The only good thing happening this half. 5 LeBrons.
5 LeBrons.
5 prime
Giannis,
LeBrons.
5 Giannis Antetokounmpos will be a lot of fun.
Oh, 5 Giannis's would be fucking
that would be
insane.
a lot of fun. There is no passing window at all.
No.
Like
because like you think like 5 prime Shaqs, you know, like that would be pretty crazy.
At least you could beat one of them off the dribble.
Yeah. See, Devin says, give me 5 Bobans. No, like Boban's too slow. That's the thing, right?
Yeah,
Boban's
you might not be able to
slow.
see the rim, but he's not gonna be able to stay in front of anybody. Yeah, this is tough. That's not on Ryan Dunn right there. I'll go ahead and say that. They're trying to keep Jaylen Brown to the outside part of the court. Nick Richards is supposed to be shading over to protect the paint, while Ryan Dunn funnels him as he tried to right into Nick Richards. Nick Richards is at the level of the screen on the other side because of the angle flip. And that is a microcosm of the issues that the Suns have had defensively in terms of communication and execution of scheme.
And that's been like from the start this game.
Literally from the start. What did they get? 4 3-point attempts in their first 3 possessions?
In the first 2, they had 3 in the first 2 possessions.
3 in the first 2.
And they hit 2 out of the 3.
Yep. That's not a tone you want to set in the game against this Boston Celtics team.
No, it's not. This is a team that we said in our pregame show. You had no margin for error.
Yep.
You not only needed your stars to be your stars, KD and Book, but you needed your role players to play to their maximum ability, and you needed to defend like you've been defending. Aaron says 5 D'Los. That's funny. 5 David Robinsons.
That would be fun. 5 Admirals.
Like 5 Hakeems. Like those are bigs that you're also not just like blowing by either. 5 Tim Duncans. They're a little slower.
5 Tony Allens.
Oh, talk about annoying.
I'm here for it.
Talk about annoying. Tony Allen. So I have a theory that Tony Allen is a lot of people's like one of your favorite basketball players of all time. Like not like, oh, somebody that you would say like, give me your top 10 favorite, but anybody who thinks about Tony Allen just goes, fuck, I love that dude.
How could you not? Dude could care less about anything besides getting a stop. And he was one of the best at doing that against some of the best players in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, the late great, said verbatim the toughest matchup defensively for him was Tony Allen.
Yeah.
Combination of foot speed, physicality, his wingspan, his hand speed, the way he thinks the game through defensively. Dude is different.
Different. Speaking of different, Michael asks, what was the Suns' game plan coming into this game? Different. Thanks to the super chat, Michael. Maybe pray? Go under the screen and pray that the Boston Celtics don't hit their threes?
Yeah, the lack of defensive execution in this game is what stands out most to me. Because now you have to go against a set Celtics defense time after time after time. To the point where a steady diet of your shot profile doesn't even have an impact on the game in terms of Booker and Durant. Shooting and making their middies. Like, there's no impact for it when you're giving up 3 after 3 on the other end of the court.
Yeah, it didn't feel like this. This feels like, for the first time in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, this feels like the team that's been unprepared, team that hasn't been ready for the moment. And it sucks because, part in the first half, they didn't feel that way. Like, they started going blow for blow, word to T. Grizzly. Like, they were in this game with them, and they weren't ever winning, but they weren't blown out. And then the end of that second half, the start of the third quarter, it just over. Let's see, 5 Asar Thompsons, 5 Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, 5 Thompson twins would be insane.
That's so 10.
Yeah, I'm scared of that.
5 Gary Paytons would be very annoying.
5 Alex Caruso. Shout out to Stacey King for that one.
5 Shays. Well, so what would be like the best like combination of the talent, right? Like offense and defense. I think LeBron, Mike, obviously, because those are great defenders, great offensive players. 5 Kareems.
Sheesh.
Oh, try scoring on 5 Bill Russells.
You're not.
55 rings in that lineup. Count them.
That's nuts.
Count them. Maria says she needs to see some scoring from Book.
Yep.
Maria also says feels like they're starting to feel pity for themselves. Alexa says the Suns suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chunky says takes Suns too long to set up the offense with 0 defense.
Is that
something that's been bugging you?
That's been another thing I've been speaking to, the tempo. Not necessarily pace in terms of playing at a breakneck speed, but your tempo. What happened to early in the season when they were getting the ball across the half-court line with 23, 22 seconds on the shot clock?
Literally,
and now our defense has to guard them through 4 or 5 different advantages that they've created. When was the last time we saw them play to that in a sustained manner? It's been forever. Tyus Jones spent his entire media day availability speaking to that in particular. I want to get the ball up the court. We have all these high leverage creators with gravity. If we force defenses to play for 23, 22 seconds, that becomes arduous over a 48-minute game. No team, even the Celtics, can defend if you're playing to that consistently enough, but the issue is the other end of the court.
Yeah,
I mean, get it across the half-court line that quick, you can't be taking it out the net every single time.
Yeah, and here's the thing with the Suns fans is they've seen fast teams win. Right.
Yes.
And so you think to yourself, oh, well, now I'm watching a so slow team. And part of the reason why they beat the Cavs and they beat the Bulls and they beat the Raptors and they beat the Bucks was that they were able to
they had a better blend.
Fast.
They had a better blend of those things. Yes, there was very much a bit of the KD mismatch hunting, which are slow developing type of plays. Pick and roll with guards to get mismatches, pick and roll in general. His post-ups as well. Those are slow developing plays, but it's been the blend of those.
Yeah.
Are they coming after a barrage of threes, and now you're mixing in, slowing the pace, and you're really controlling and dictating terms? Like, that's the type of space that they were in over the last couple of games.
Yeah. Steven with a great comment on the 5 players. 5 Wembys.
Yeah, 5 Wembys would be nuts.
5 Wembys is probably already in the all-time just 5 players on both sides of the ball lineup.
For sure.
Which is just fucking insane. Rob with the $4.99 super chat. Thanks, Rob says, are we going to say anything negative about Book today, or are we just going to blame Beal for this? Ooh, blaming Beal for this does sound fun.
I mean, we already have kind of lamented Devin Booker needing to put the ball in the basket more. Every time
he's talking to me. He's not talking to you. He's talking to me. I mean, he's talking to us, but Rob has specifically been saying things that directly go with what I've said.
Understood.
Which is fine. I totally get it. I mean, it's definitely Bradley Beal's fault. It's I think maybe the thumbnail and the headline is Bradley Beal fails to play in Phoenix Suns blowout loss to Boston Celtics. No, man, Book needs to be better, man. And there have been moments where I've been praising Bradley Beal this season, and I've been down on Book, and 13 points on 4 of 10 shooting, 1 of 5 from deep is just not good enough. It's just not. Especially when you're in this mode now where it's like There's only one way you get back in this. And yes, it's get stops, but at this point, you just got to start putting the ball in the fucking basket.
Yeah.
And Devin Booker is your second best player at doing that and one of the best in the league at doing that. He needs to be better at it, point blank, period.
Yep. 13 points on 10 shots
Yuck.
for Devin Booker. Not going to get it done on efficiency or effectiveness. And then obviously we talked about the threes, 1 for 5.
Rick says, this is disappointing. Got to put it past us. Here's the thing. James Jones is going to be held accountable for this.
So the thing is for me with this game, even if they don't make a comeback, find something that you can carry over into this game on Friday against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
What do you think that could be? What are you looking for over the last 5 minutes of this quarter and the fourth quarter?
The offense. The defense I'm not as worried about, and that's something I'm very proud to say because that's not something I ever thought I would say this season with this team over a week ago. I think their defense will be fine if they're not going against a team that has 8 players that can all dribble, pass, and shoot across multiple lineup constructs that move the ball in spacing templates that the Celtics have. Minnesota doesn't have that. They put pressure on you in very different ways. The Celtics don't have a Julius Randle. Like, that's a huge difference. That's going to be something they have to worry about come Friday. But putting the ball in the basket, the best way the Suns put pressure on their opponents as a team is by scoring the basketball and scoring in droves. That's been the space they've been in on offense. I think they had the 6th or 5th best offense over the last 2 or 3 weeks. If they can get back in alignment there, start finding things that can carry over to the next game, I think that's something that they can build off of because the defense will be better suited against a team that plays slower, that's a lot more predictable, and that does not shoot as many threes as efficiently or effectively as the Celtics do.
Yeah, I mean, you can go into your next game against the Timberwolves knowing that you've struggled against them at times this year, but also understanding that, there's not another team like Boston that you're going to play. Like, even like sure. OKC's great, man. Like OKC
but
is great.
It's different.
Different type of team.
It's cuts and drives that kill you with OKC. If you concede threes to them, if you can contain the ball, first of all, conceding threes to them is not nearly as detrimental as it is obviously against a team like Boston.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is a game where you had to play better than you've already played in the 4-0 streak against every team. I mean, we even talk about Milwaukee. They didn't play a perfect game when they beat Milwaukee.
No, not at all. That third quarter, they let them back in the game with the barrage of turnovers that they had. Yep.
Oh, here's the best part about this, though. On watch-alongs, it's hard to, get all our production stuff in order and all that. Not today. I already know what's happening. No, everything's in Ocean.
Is it really, though, already?
Headline and thumbnail is, yeah. Do you want a little sneak peek? Headline and thumbnail?
Left in the third
headline and thumbnail for this one. Ready? Let me know tell me, chat, tell me if this is going to end up being wrong. Our thumbnail is out of luck because, Boston.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
And the headline is post-game, Phoenix Suns bulldozed by Boston Celtics barrage from deep as win streak ends.
I like it.
I mean,
solid.
If that changes, I will be very happy to change it. Junkie says, at what point the loss is going to be? 45? How are we losing to the Boston Celtics when we beat the Cavs? Listen, man, in a 7-game series, I'm taking Boston.
There's levels to this thing.
I'm taking Boston in a 7-game series.
Playoffs are all about matchups. And the Cavaliers have had success against the Celtics in the regular season, but Boston is still the better team.
Yeah.
Record withstanding, Boston is still the better team. They're more playoff ready. Their pieces fit together better. I think their style of play translates to the playoff stage in a different way than Cleveland's does. There's still some questions to be answered with them. We know what the Boston Celtics process is, and how they can shapeshift over a course of a series is unique from any other team in the league right now.
Yeah.
They are still the class of the league.
They are. They're the reigning and defending champions.
Yep.
KD hits a big 3 to cut it to 27.
Everybody's still playing catch up in that regard.
And Devin says we got a thumbnail with 3 minutes left in the third.
That's crazy.
Buddy, that is the only good thing about these games is that we can get ahead of it. Yeah. I don't understand not going to Oso, man. Like earlier in this game, man.
Yeah, I hear that. Felt like this was a game not unlike the Cavaliers game, like I mentioned earlier, where his ability to switch, his ability to be versatile on both ends of the court would be much needed. And it feels like Nick Richards, his presence wasn't felt in the ways it needed to be for him to be playing 20 plus minutes in this one.
The Chris Paul cuts huge lead to. I'm gonna tweet that. from our son's account. Oh, I'll shoot that from my account. Oh, good pass from Oso.
Cody needed.
Oh, man. I just put Bobo out there. Fuck it, man. At this point.
Another Porzingis.
How we doing, chat?
Oh my goodness.
We doing good?
How many threes is 4 or 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. Like I said, Porzingis could go for 30. They have like 6 players that could go for 30 and have gone for 30 this season. He has 28 tonight. He's only missed 3 shots.
Jeez. I mean, he's a nightmare.
Yeah.
He is a nightmare for this
tough,
team.
KD. I don't know what or how realistic this even was, but before Boston traded for Porzingis after he got hurt when he was with the Wizards, he was my top target for the Suns.
That's what Lonnie was saying. Lonnie was saying, hey, Wizards, let's make a trade. You have a center. Let's take your shooting guard instead.
For sure. I would definitely have been trying to at least see about that, making a phone call, doing my due diligence as a general manager. Now, naturally, I don't know what happened with the Celtics because of how quickly that trade happened. It was like immediately, as soon as the offseason started, they went and made that happen instantly. And, you know, the rest is history as far as them getting the chip off of it.
I mean, yeah, this team with Kristaps would be a different animal
Literally
next
put
to
them
KD.
over the top.
Different animal,
because
for
you
sure.
go from having to over-rely on Al Horford to now you got Horford and Porzingis.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Noah, check your Slack. Cool. Well, I think it's time to give away a Spinato's gift card. We got 100 people in here. Viewership has gone up as the Suns have gone down.
We appreciate y'all.
How are we going to give this away, Steven? Let's workshop this.
Should we do trivia?
Yeah, we can do trivia.
We can keep it Suns specific.
Suns specific trivia?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask a personal trivia question.
How many cards we got to give away?
2. We have 2 left.
All right, bet.
I'm going to ask a personal Suns trivia question. I have 2 underrated GOATs as far as my fan favorites. These are not all-stars. Now, they have started some games.
This is funny.
They're good players.
I don't know if anybody's going to get the second one.
There are 2. Okay.
I don't know if anybody's going to get the second one.
There are 2, and they're from a similar era of Suns basketball. It's within the last 15 years. Okay?
Noah, you got anything in mind on that one?
No, nobody up here say anything.
No, for sure.
I have 2 players, not a current player. These players are not on the team currently. The first people to name both players or one of the 2 players, it's not Raja Bell. It's not Jared Dudley. I'll give you guys a hint in a little bit.
You got to put a timer on it because
Eric
people going to start
Pikowski.
just looking up names.
No. And by the way, you can only win if you're local. These are not like normal fan favorites. They're good players that people like, but they're not the Barbosas, the Rajas, the Dudley, not Steve Nash. Like, I love those guys. It's not Torrey Craig, not Landry Shamet. It's not Channing Frye. I did like Channing Frye. Tyler Eulis and Jamal Crawford. You're on a better track, but definitely not them. Although Jamal's 50 piece was nasty here. Barkley obviously was a star, but no. And remember, you have to be local to win the Spinato's gift card, but if you're not local and you guess it, you can choose who gets it. Not Ainge and Marley, been in the last 15 years. Not Craig and Shamet. Oh, dude, you guys aren't even guessing from the right era of teams. Baines is a good guess, Jacob, but that's not it. That's not it, Malik Beasley.
Shout out Malik Beasley.
Bledsoe, because he's it's my name. No, not Bledsoe. Bledsoe, too good of a player. These players never sniffed all-star games. Sevens off the top rope with one of them. Gerald Green. Gerald Green, Sevens. Are you local?
Assassin.
Gerald, are you not Gerald? Sevens, are you local? Gerald Green is the correct answer. He's number 1. We're looking for one more. This one is a lot tougher. Think off the bench. Off the bench, go. In fact, at one point, he held an NBA record for certain things off the bench. Sevens, let me know if you are local. You were the first to guess Gerald Green. If you're not local, you can pick somebody from the chat to get it. Derrick Jones Jr. is a good shout, but no, not Derrick Jones Jr., not Javon
Airplane
Carter.
Mode.
Airplane mode was awesome. Buyer says, wow, y'all think a team needs to go undefeated or they suck. Having a bad game tonight does not erase the last 4 games. Suns need to lock in and stay with the momentum for upcoming games. Yeah, I agree with you, Bear. But we're also in the moment with this game, and this game sucks. Sean said Gerald Green was so obvious. LOL. Can't believe it took that long. Sean, you know everything about me. You know, like my social security number. Not Eddie Johnson. After Eddie Johnson, think the same era of team as Gerald Green. The question is, one of my favorite all-time Suns role players coming off of the bench in the same era. Okay, Sevens, slide into PHNX_Suns DMs on Twitter or email me, eric@gophnx.com. Prove that you are you, however you can, by screenshotting your YouTube account, back page, or whatever it is, and I'll make sure you get a $25 Spinatos gift card. So at PHNX_Suns or eric@gophnx.com. Let me know. The question is, I have a favorite Suns player of all time that is very niche. He's not my favorite, but he's one of. He came off the bench. He once held a record off the bench. I love Goran. It's not Goran. It's not Archie. It's not Tyler Ennis. It's not PJ Tucker, not Barbosa. It's not Mike Scott. But from the same era of Gerald Green ball, this guy was, I'll give you another hint. He came off the bench. He was a forward. A forward off the bench. Not Dragic. Not Jimmer. Not Isaiah Thomas. No. None forwards and none off the bench. By the way, the Suns are losing by 30, in case anybody gave a shit. Not Shaq. No. God, this is fun. If anybody gets this, not Dudley. Dudley in the same mold, not Joe Johnson. You guys are thinking too good of players. This guy is not going to be well known. Not Oubre, not Crafton, not Oliver Miller. We're talking last 15 years, folks. Not TJ Warren, not Markeith, not Ish Smith, not Randolph. Shavlik Randolph, Suns legend, by the way. He's white. He's white. He's a forward. He's off the bench. And at one point, Miles Plumlee's a good shout. I have a Miles Plumlee signed basketball. It's not him. At one point, this guy set the record for most three-pointers made off the bench in a single NBA season. But he did it during a very shitty Suns season, I believe, so nobody remembers. Not Cam, not Nasir Little. We're talking last 15 years. There it is. Jake. Jake has it. Mirza Teletovic. It is Mirza Teletovic. Jake, are you locally located? Are you from Arizona? If you are, Jake, let me know. We will get you a Spinatos gift card. Mirza Teletovic is the right answer. Gerald Green and Mirza Teletovic are two of my most underrated favorite Suns of all time. But I've loved that this has turned into naming dudes. Baines, Luis Scola, Lou Amundsen, JJ Redick. Chris Humphries is awesome. Steven, I was in the building for Chris Humphries' debut.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, electric. People were actually going crazy.
Yeah.
Mirza Teletovic was barely in the Suns uniform. I think he was only there for a season or two, but he had a very impactful season when he was here.
Yeah, Teletovic was a sniper.
I did not just make up Mirza Teletovic. You knew.
Yeah.
I said this.
I knew both of them. You could have just said three-point shooters that didn't care about a contest at all because neither one of those two did.
Mirza was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to let me know, Jake, if you are located in Arizona, because Spinatos is only in Arizona. What's up, Mark? We're just naming dudes. Let me know, Jake. And if you are, DM us at PHNX_Suns on Twitter or email me, eric@gophnx.com. Prove that it is you. Take a screenshot of your back page on YouTube. Just find a way to prove that it's you. Same thing with you, Sevens. Gerald Green and Mirza Teletovic were the correct answer. There we go. Mark in here. Mark loves to talk ball. Says, this was always more than what the Suns were than the 4-game stretch, by the way. Like Steven says, point of attack defense is necessary.
It is the driving force of defense in today's NBA. If you can't guard points of attack, handoffs, pick and roll, isolation, you can't help to keep your defense out of rotation, you have no chance against a team like Boston.
Sorry, people are telling me to stop bashing Beal. I'm not even bashing Beal right now.
They talked about Bradley Beal for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Any chance the Suns are still in this game?
No, I don't think so. They would have needed someone or two someones off the bench to have knocked down like 4 threes or 5 threes, and that has not been the case in tonight's game.
Kara says, almost forgot I was watching a game. Well, that's what we're here for.
Glad we could bridge that gap for you, Kara.
Do you have a niche Suns player that you've enjoyed watching?
Jamal Crawford is overqualified for that.
Yeah, but like for the Suns,
It would've-
like people don't think about him on the Suns.
For sure. It
Alec
would've been-
Peters.
Well,
Bucket.
Michael Finley is also
Yeah.
far overqualified for that. It would have been Gerald Green would have been my pick.
Dude, Gerald Green was so fucking cool. So cool.
And for all you 2K heads out there, if you know, you know.
Oh, dude.
77 overall, Gerald Green knocking down 8 threes in the game and dunking on every single body.
Do we want to talk about
an underratedly impactful handle on top of all of that?
most underrated 2K players of all time? Like or not underrated, but like
up there.
Like Thon Maker.
Yeah.
Thon Maker. Bull is still a bucket in 2K.
Jeremy
by the way.
Lamb.
Oh my God. Jeremy Lamb used
Kevin
to cook.
freaking Martin.
The release, it was so quick on 2K.
He was so
Chase
tough.
Budinger.
Jamal Crawford.
You over here? Go get over here, David.
Yeah.
Josh Smith in 2K.
We getting
Josh
there.
Smith in 2K was disgusting.
Yeah.
Horrible in real life. Josh Smith in 2K, you just give him the ball, let him dunk on people like LeBron.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Real.
Yeah.
Josh Smith was crazy. I think of the Chris Smoove 2K videos, the Lob City with Josh Smith.
Yeah.
When the Lob City music would fade in. Real ball knowers know about Chris Smoove.
Jeremy Lamb was
Jeremy
tough.
Lamb's a good one. A Thon Maker. I used to play my team. There was a Ruby Thon Maker card. I mean, Ruby. And it was fucking cold. It was so cold. Oh, I used to cook with the Nets team when they were really, really bad. They had the first year with D'Lo before they made the playoffs and stuff. Like Jeremy Lin was on the team. I used to cook with
I
that
used to
team.
cook with Marshawn Brooks.
Sean Kilpatrick.
That's
Okay.
crazy. Marshawn Brooks was a bucket too.
Marshawn Brooks, definitely. Yo,
There-
that whole
and
Brooks
2K
trade
loves-
situation is
2K
crazy.
loves the 6-man scoring guard archetype.
Dude, you know who's a god in 2K right now? Yeah, Alex Caruso. Obviously, like, Alex Caruso is a good player. But if you play with Alex Caruso in 2K right now, I swear to God, he plays like Michael Jordan. Like, his release is all green. He gets every single steal. He blocks. You can't score on him. He's fucking crazy. Crazy. James Jones off the bench was a good player. There was a Duncan Robinson currently on 2K is really... Oh, Detlef Schrempf, brother. The Detlef Schrempf release was so fucking money. So money.
Now we're talking about like an 88 overall.
Yeah, it's fair. Hamed Haddadi.
Yeah.
That dude was a bucket. Who else?
You know, another sneaky underrated piece. Ryan Anderson.
Oh, I loved Ryan Anderson. Dude, this is it. This is it.
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck about the Suns, huh?
Combo is like this is all time
Rhino
This is
was
better
a green
than the
release.
Suns.
Ryan? Who had the
Tony Kukoc, huh?
Quincy
Pondexter?
Quincy was tough for sure.
Underrated hooper to watch in real life, Quincy Acey.
Yeah. That was my Baylor dog. Man, that whole
He's a
era of
dog.
Baylor ball players, that whole era. That was one of my favorite teams to watch. Pierre Jones.
Huh?
Pierre Jones. the third.
PJ3. He was so fast.
Mm-hmm. They had a nice little squad.
When Paul Pierce was on the Wizards, he was like a 70-something overall. That motherfucker could still cook.
Yeah.
Glenn Robinson.
GR3.
Devin says, we're down bad when you're talking about Ryan Anderson. J.R. Smith, 79 overall Nuggets. J.R. Smith was a god.
Yeah.
God. Knicks J.R. Smith, god. Amon Shumpert, Hito Turkoglu, just naming dudes.
I used to kill with Peja Stojakovic.
Oh, yeah. Peja was the GOAT. Oh, man. And there was all those players that were really high rated, but they were just never good. Like, they never just came through for you. Oh, this guy was really high rated, but people didn't use him a lot because he played on the Celtics team before, like, the toilet was invented. But Sam Jones, Sam Jones was a fucking bucket in 2K. That dude was literally like
Was he on the first historic team
Yes.
he played on?
Yeah, he was on like the 59
Yeah,
Celtics.
59-60 Celtics.
Yeah, guys, there is a basketball game going on. 111-81 on our screen. The Suns are losing.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller, cold for sure. Kyle Korver. Oh,
Yeah,
this
Kyle
one time,
Korver was,
I was playing
crazy.
online and I dropped 60 points with Kyle Korver.
Yo, Mike Dunleavy.
Oh, shit.
I used to, when he was on the Knicks with Baron Davis.
Dude, I've never seen you get this hype.
No, I'm just remembering beating a couple of my cousins and the homies by like 15, 20, and Mike Dunleavy's got like 25
for sure.
points.
Dude, that would always piss people off so much. Like, you'd overplay on all the good players.
Yep,
and
it used to be have the ball in mellow hands and I just
Uh-huh.
skip it and Mike's wide open. He's
Uh-huh.
not missing. Yeah, that was tough.
Steve Novak. Just
Steve
white
Novak
shooters.
is another one.
My friend beat you with 59 overall Steven Adams scoring 30.
59 overall Steven Adams. Jesus.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Dude, it is crazy. Some of these guys, like, there's like Jokic's starting rating in 2K was like in the 50s.
Mhm.
Crazy. Gobert, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Roy Hibbert was bad when he first
Draymond
started
stunk
too.
in 2K when he first came in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, Danny Granger was a stone cold killer.
Yeah, he was.
Chandler Parsons, killer.
Yeah, for sure.
The flattest jump shot
sure.
of all time,
For
Chandler
sure.
Parsons.
Rudy Gay was a god in 2K.
Rudy Gay in 2K?
Yep.
Oh,
He's a 2K
Raptors and
goat.
Grizzlies, Rudy Gay in
Yeah, he was
2K.
a goat.
Disgusting.
Rudy Gay was
Yeah.
prime Paul George on the Pacers.
For
and
sure.
Josh Smith was LeBron. And if you got either one of those teams, those two.
Facts. Yeah, that
man.
was a problem.
This is so
I used to go
elite.
crazy with Nate Robinson too.
Yeah, Nate Robinson's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. I
CJ
want to
Watson.
rip some 2K right now. I was giving people the work in 2K on our 24-hour stream, undefeated.
How many games y'all play?
3. But I played all.
Solid, of course.
I mean, it was at like 3 a.m. And
Mhm.
I never played 2K25. I haven't bought the new one.
Mhm.
And it's very different.
Yeah,
It
that's
took a
what I
lot of
heard, too.
adjusting. Brandon Roy was a bucket. Tyreek Evans
Brandon
bucket.
Roy, Tyreek Evans was a bucket. for
Brandon
sure.
Roy's still a bucket in 2K.
For sure. Ray Allen was a problem with the Heat. Yeah,
That was a terrible floater by
we didn't
Plumlee.
gotta talk
Holy
about that.
shit. That was a
Yikes.
bad shot.
Man, they're playing Oso and Mason Plumlee at the same time right now.
Do you remember when Mike fucking Budenholzer started Yusuf Nurkic and Mason Plumlee in the same starting lineup? This, like, in the year of our Lord 2025, Yusuf Nurkic and Mason Plumlee shared the starting floor together against Anthony Edwards in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do we remember this?
Down bad is an understatement.
Down
on that
bad
one.
was an understatement. TJ Ford, that's a pull.
Yeah, TJ Ford was
That
a
is a
bucket.
pull.
Hey, speaking of that, Michael Redd was a bucket
Oh.
too.
Can we talk like all-time high school Ball is Life mixtapes? Because the name Gabe York just came to mind. Oh,
Nice. Yeah,
Gabe
York
York.
was a bucket.
Shut up. Yeah, Gabe
Damon
York,
walked all the way to the
high
other
school
side of the office
mixtape.
and coming back.
Like, bro, Seventh Woods. Seventh Woods crazy.
Who is the one guard? Akil Carr. Yeah, no one has a
Akil Carr,
a better
little 5'9",
yeah,
shifty.
No one is better than Akil Carr.
Who else? Tyler Eulis had a crazy high
Eulis
school
was
mixtape.
crazy.
Aaron Gordon. I remember
Yeah.
watching Aaron Gordon's high school mixtape and being like, this guy is the next LeBron. Like, this dude is insane. You know, our viewership has gone up.
That's because we started talking about 2K
We
and Ball
we
is
stopped
Life.
talking about this bullshit game, 118-84. The Celtics are winning. We still, we gave away all the Spinato's gift cards. Again, those of you that won the Spinato's gift card, DM me with proof at PHNX_Suns or email me or Eric at gophnx.com. That is Eric with a K. If you do not reach out to me by tomorrow, you don't get your Spinato's gift card because I said so. Would you do the My Player in 2K?
Yeah, I played my player. I heard it got better over the years, but I
Did
stopped
it?
playing around like 2000. The last 2K I bought was like 2018.
Okay. See,
2K18.
it got a lot of pay to play, and I stopped fucking with that. I used to really grind.
you gotta
when
go
could
earn
up
your
shit.
VC, man. You
Yeah.
out here buying. That takes away from the fun of it. But
KS4 with a great question says, will this just lead to the post-game show or will it be a different video? It will be a different video for the post-game show. I'll drop that link in the chat right now, and I will pin that link so that you guys can check out our post-game show. We kind of need to stop talking about this game because we are not going to have anything else to say about this goddamn game if we continue to talk about this game. So we are going to keep just ripping here, guys. We appreciate all of you who are just hanging out with us. Listen, psychos and sickos, we're getting through this together. Quick to touch on it, Steven. This is the difference between contenders and a team that's turning it around and still under 500.
it's true.
And Grayson Allen just got the ball thrown off his booty. BComC clearly was probably salivating. Anyways, who else was a bucket?
Buckets and Baller's Life mixtapes.
Oh, buckets and Boss Life mixtapes. Let's see. John Wall has an all-time
John
high school
Walls,
mixtape.
Yeah, John Walls was crazy. Paul George had
The
a
purple
crazy one.
jerseys for John Wall, man.
Yeah, for sure. That was tough.
Who else?
There was a lot of elite Ballers Life mixtapes from Chicago AAU hoops.
Who's like? I mean, I guess I asked the greatest person you saw with your own eyes. Is there like anybody who like didn't make it that you're like, damn, I thought they were gonna make it? I mean, I'm looking at Ball's Life.
Technically, he did make it, and he's had a very successful overseas career. But Paris Lee, I don't know if y'all know Paris Lee. He went to Illinois State.
More of a Paris Bass guy myself.
Paris Lee played with I think he won a championship all 4 years or 3 of his 4 years in high school at Proviso East. And his overseas playing in EuroLeague, won all type of awards. Short point guard, 5'9". Used to give Fred VanVleet the business in the Missouri Valley Conference. It used to be a thorn in the side of Wichita State, which was Wichita State with Ron Baker, Fred VanVleet.
Ron Baker.
Who was the
Cleanthony Early?
Yeah, Cleanthony Early.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
exactly.
Cleanthony Early was the truth.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
for
thought Cleanthony Early, dude. I thought he was gonna be something.
If he could stay healthy, he would have definitely been a problem.
Sebastian Telfair.
Yeah, Telly was a problem.
Oh, y'all remember
Yeah.
Trey Jefferson? 5'7" Trey Jefferson. I'm looking at Ball's Life's like most popular videos. The most popular one is LeBron James coaches Bronny Jr. to championship versus Chris Paul's team. And then it's Gigi Bryant, and then it's LaMelo scoring 92 points.
Yeah.
God, the Chino Hills era.
Yeah,
God, that was real hoop, man.
for sure.
LaMelo Ball versus Julian Newman, 5.1 million views.
Yeah, Julian
Jesus
Newman
Christ.
had
Mac McClung has an all-time. Zion and
for
Mac
sure.
McClung.
Yeah, Zion's was crazy. That's right.
Y'all remember that guard that played with Zion? Who just also fucking dunked on people?
Yeah,
I don't know what his name. I don't think he did anything, but like, God, he was good.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name.
Yeah, by the way, it's Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, Tyus Jones, Mason Plumlee, Devin Booker, Suns down 122 to 89. Anyway, Nico Mannion, local kid. Nico Mannion had a hell of a high school mixtape. He was in high school when I was in high school at my rival high school, actually.
Nico was a problem for sure.
I
think Tyler Hero had a solid
Tyler Hero
Ballers Life mixtape
for sure. Taco Fall
up there in Milwaukee.
Julian Newman,
Taco,
I think got to get
thrown
in there.
I got to see Taco in person.
Yeah, when he played for UCF.
Yeah, UCF played Illinois State. This was the NIT. I think it was like probably 2018. Dude is tall. Like, I know it's an understatement, but like the overpass when players are walking out of the tunnel, dude literally had to duck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And just watching him warm up, I'm just sitting there like courtside. I'm just sitting there looking at him like, bro, how? Like, he was playing basketball for like 4 years before that. It was crazy. Crazy.
Mikey Williams.
Yeah, Mikey had a nice mixtape for sure.
Oh, how he has fallen off.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins.
Oh yeah, Wiggins was going crazy.
High school mixtape.
Maple Jordan.
So fucking crazy, dude. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wiggins
was a problem for sure.
Who else? This is what this is all about. Kyrie, Cassius Stanley.
Yeah, Cash Stan was a problem for sure. I believe he was. If he still is. Yeah.
Cassius Stanley. Girth Jr. asks, what year were the Phoenix Suns founded? Asking me. I know that it was in the late 60s. I don't think it was 69. 69 is too late because they had the 50th anniversary season before they drafted DeAndre Ayton. I think it was 67. It wasn't 57. 57 is too late. I think it was 67. It was either 67 or 68. One of those two. Because they did the 50-year anniversary. It was either the year of or the year before they drafted DeAndre Ayton. But Ayton played after the 50-year anniversary. That I know for sure. So 67 or 68. Leah in the chat says, I liked it better when the Suns were back. Well, Leah, we're talking about Ball is Life mixtape and underrated 2K players, so I'm having a good time. 68?
68? Yeah.
Yeah. 68, you damn casual. It's 67 or 68. Josh Jackson had a great high school mixtape.
Josh Jackson was a problem for sure.
The only time that's ever been said on this podcast.
I think he was close to. Yeah, I hear you. That's hilarious, by the way. I just thought about why you
Josh
said
Jackson
that.
is a problem.
I'm thinking about. I think he was close to going to Michigan State, and he ended up choosing to go to Kansas instead.
God, I thought he was the truth.
He was a problem. Yeah, I thought he was too.
Fucking excited for him, dude. I'm such a sucker, and y'all will see this in draft season. I'm talking myself into anybody that we take. Dragon Bender, all-star. Marquise Chris, fuck it. Let's draft 2 power forwards in the top 10 of a draft. I'm here for it. They're going to be great. Oh, Jalen Smith. Oh, show the Maryland highlights, brother. Like, I am such a sucker for whoever my team drafts. And I've been right the last couple of years, luckily. But, like, ironically, the one pick that I was against, I remember I was working at a restaurant when Cam Johnson got drafted, and I literally banged on the table. I said, who the fuck are we taking with this pick? And it ended up being great. A Dejected Cards fan says this loss is pathetic. Well, as a Dejected Cards fan myself, we're used to it. Zach LaVine had a nasty high school mixtape.
Exactly.
Trevor Dunbar.
Crazy. Oh yeah,
Jelly Fam, Isaiah Washington.
Yeah.
See, those are the names that I was really trying to get at.
Yeah.
Random, another 2K poll. Quincy Miller. He was a stretch 4.
Yeah.
Could shoot the lights out and dunk on everyone.
I feel like there's somebody from the Pistons.
It's a good question.
That was a 2K problem that I'm missing out on.
The Pistons? Thon Maker. Drummond was a problem in 2K.
Drummond was a problem, but that's not who I was thinking
Greg
of.
Monroe. Will Bynum.
Will Bynum. Yeah, there was another guy in that era, though.
Will Bynum was cold. That's not who I was thinking of, though.
By the way, Girth Jr. asked me, who's the shortest player in Phoenix Suns history?
Tyler Ulis?
I think Ulis. I think that somebody might be shorter than. I mean, Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah. Well, I think they're probably close to the same height though.
I think there's somebody shorter. Like IT's really small.
I mean, Tyler Ulis like 5'8".
Tyler
he might
really
be 5'8.5".
But I feel like there's an older player.
That's a good question.
Rodney Stuckey, was that the name that you were thinking of?
Ah, yeah.
Rodney Stuckey was a bucket.
Yeah, Stuck was a bucket.
Bobo's in the game, hits a 3. Monte Morris in the game. We're back in it. Come on, boys.
Oh yeah, Randy Foye.
Oh, Randy Foye.
Yeah.
Aaron Aflalo, great pull.
Aaron Aflalo is another one. Yeah, that's another system.
I think either Isaiah Thomas or Tyler Ulis. Kenneth, the Manimal, Ty Lawson.
Yeah, he used to grab every single offensive.
Dude, Real Hoop. Real Hoop was that Warriors Nuggets series.
Yeah, Ty Lawson.
Oh, that's Real Hoop right there.
Yeah,
Ty Lawson was like elite for like a moment.
Greg Grant was the shortest player.
Himself.
How tall was Greg Grant?
Bobo is sparking the comeback.
Greg Grant's 5'7".
Okay, so then it goes to him.
Yeah, Tyler Ulis is like, I think they probably have him as like 5'10". Yeah, he's listed at 5'10", so he grew a little bit. Growing boy.
Yeah, it's the thickness of the shoe sole. That's what that is.
Isaiah Thomas
5'9".
Isaiah Thomas is 5'9". Yeah, so Greg Grant 5'7". Nate Robinson also short. Damian Lee, Mason Plumlee, Monte Morris, Grayson Allen, Bol in the game, folks. This is Phoenix Suns basketball.
No, another underrated 2K bucket. And this is all at the top of the head. John Salmons.
Oh!
John Salmons was a bucket.
Oh!
John Salmons was a bucket.
Absolutely. Oh, you got one, Damon?
What's the last name?
Say the first name.
Al Harrington?
Al Harrington, definitely
Al Harrington,
bucket.
Bobcats. You know, I was just thinking about Crash too. I was just thinking about Crash.
Gerald Wallace?
Yeah. I was just
Love
thinking
playing
about
with
him.
Gerald Wallace.
All I did was run PNR with
Mm-hmm.
Al Harrington.
No, never missed a shot in 2K.
Who?
Al Jefferson.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever missed a shot in the paint in his life either, actually, in real life. Now that I'm thinking about it. He was.
I like how we've doubled our viewership than when the Suns were in this game. I love it, guys. I love it. We're all psychos and sickos.
I think every single person that's ever played 2K, like the GM mode, has had James Ennis on their team. On the bench
James
at one
Ennis.
point.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a gem from the Miami Heat that we're not thinking of on the 2K side of things.
Chalmers?
Nah, not Rio. I said Mike Miller. I mentioned Heat Ray Allen specifically.
Yeah, Heat Ray Allen's disgusting.
There's a bucket somewhere in the D Wade and Shaq era teams that I feel like I'm not remembering off the top of my head. For 2K purposes specifically.
Ooh.
Well, Deion Waiters naturally that was
Deion, yeah,
Deion was a problem.
George Hill was solid point guard.
Yeah.
Courtney Lee.
Yeah. Courtney Lee.
Nick Young was actually pretty decent.
For sure. Wes
Matthews could shoot, yeah.
The Marquette boys. Mm-hmm.
Dude, this guy's obviously like way better than who we're talking about. But I was a killer with LaMarcus Aldridge in 2K.
Yeah.
Mid-range to death.
Are you talking about that, bro? David West.
David West,
I don't
for
know
sure.
if I ever missed a midi with David West in 2K.
Low-key Big Z's, Zildjius Glauskas.
Yeah. Marc Gasol was a problem, too.
Oh, Raptors Gasol was really fun to play with.
Grizzlies Gasol was just... Yeah. But no, I agree.
Yeah,
Iggy
Iggy
was
when he
tough.
was like first year on the Warriors, last couple years in the Nuggets.
Yeah. Sixers, Iggy was a problem.
Rashard Lewis, beast.
Evan Turner on the Sixers was a problem
Michael
too.
Carter Williams his rookie year.
Yeah, he was tough.
Oh,
he was tough.
Dude, prime Ben Simmons in 2K. Like, you could still get away with using Ben Simmons in 2K.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
I used to green release every shot from the corner with PJ Tucker.
How about to say with Ben Simmons? I'll be like, no, the fuck you did not.
No,
like, let's cut the bullshit here.
With Tuck on the Rockets and Tuck on the Suns.
Yep.
I used to just snipe everything with him and Gerald Green.
Mm-hmm. I remember I used to be ripping packs in 2K. I remember pulling like an Onyx Vince Carter Toronto Raptors and just standing up on the couch, just going, "Let's go!" Oh man.
What about Isaiah Cannon?
Cannon. Isaiah
That's a good shout.
Ish Smith is so much fun to play with. He's so fast.
Yeah,
Ish was a problem.
Super quick.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with Pat Bev sucked.
Teddy with a $4.99 super chat, getting us back on track.
Do anything.
Saying what defenses have been doing to Book to make him shoot so bad the last 3 games, 3 straight under 42%.
I don't think it's anything that defenses are doing. I think some of it is his shot decision making early on in games that kind of sets the tone for his rhythm going forward. Mm-hmm. I think he takes some tougher shots than I feel like he doesn't have to settle for those early in the game.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that naturally plays to his rhythm in terms of putting the ball in the basket from 3, especially over the course of the game.
Yeah. So to remind everybody, this Friday, we are doing a watch party at Spinato's Pizza Basketball Competitions, free giveaway, Suns tickets, PHNX hats, merch, everything in between. I'll be emceeing the event along with Vince Marotta as well. And we'll come hang out at the Gilbert location at Spinato's. Going to go phnx.com/events for all the details there. Plus, you can go to spinatospizzeria.com as well. Spinato's, of course, the official pizza of the Phoenix Suns, who fucking suck. 125-95. The Suns are losing to the Celtics. Of course, we'll also have a post-game show. That link is pinned in the chat right now. Right when this game ends, we will be heading over there. Give us a couple minutes to set up, and we'll be talking about this game, which is why we are naming NBA players right now, because we can't keep talking about this game and do an hour-long post-game
I got something that's gonna blow all of y'all minds.
Oh, okay.
Well, one more that was
one more good one.
Was a sneaky.
Damn it! If you're gonna you gotta get a mic or something.
I got 2. Y'all gonna laugh.
He's ready.
And these are all off the top of the head. I'm not looking
go
up.
For it. Yeah, go for it.
Byron Mullins.
Okay.
Spencer Hawes
for sure. Pick and pop with Spencer Hawes.
Exactly.
Aaron Baines too.
Exactly. Yeah, Aaron Baines for sure.
All the pick and pop bigs. Ryan Anderson, Spencer Hawes, Aaron Baines.
Uh-huh.
You want to talk about dog shit 2K players?
Yeah.
Luke Babbitt.
I do.
Luke Babbitt.
Tabo Cephalosha.
Okay.
Andre Roberson.
Yep.
Andre
I said that
Roberson.
to Noah.
Oh,
Yeah, Andre Roberson, trash. Nick Collison.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, not
That's a
great.
good one.
Like, I know that these are like good players, but low key, like Jimmy's not that easy to play with in 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
agree.
know, I don't love playing with Steph. It's sometimes hard for me. Like I like my point guards to be athletic, get downhill, drive to the paint, like
De'Aaron Fox types.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox type for sure. Like Russ, like prime Russ.
Mhm.
I playing with Steph is not
Derrick
hard.
Rose, John
I just feel like
Wall,
I should
yeah.
be able to shoot better than I do with Steph. Like get more shots off, I guess. Like I shoot a good percentage, but I don't get enough shots off with Steph. Who else kind of sucks?
It was always hard for me to play with Joe Johnson. And
I
I
can
used
see
to
that.
I used to love playing with the Atlanta teams. I was so bad with Joe. I used to just put him on the bench and start Jamal Crawford.
Girth Jr. asks, Eric, my last trivia question. What Suns player holds the NBA record for most turnovers in a game? Ricky Rubio, Steve Nash, Jayson Kidd, or Stephon Marbury? I think it's Marbury. If it's not Marbury,
I would go
I
with,
think it's
Marbury.
Rubio. Dude, Ricky Rubio is one of my most underrated Suns players of all time, and not just because his name is a Spanish version of mine.
Respect to Ricky.
You know who used to really suck? Ricky
Wow.
Rubio. Yeah, isn't that right? Yeah. That's good, right?
Ricky was tough.
Ricky Rubio. Eric Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
That blew Damon's mind.
Reggie Jackson. This dude.
Okay. Who else?
That
sucked?
genuinely
Dude,
blew my mind.
You know who used to suck in 2K? They used to do my boy Devin Booker so dirty. It used to be impossible to
That's
use
tough.
Devin Booker in 2K.
That's tough.
Thank you, Sevens. I will check after this. I know you're in the chat, so if I don't get it, I'll let you know when we do another show this week. Kobe low-key bad. Dude, like Michael Jordan, I feel like was easy to use, but at the
Ben
same
Gordon.
time, like I always feel like I should
Ben
never miss a
Gordon.
shot. Who'd you say?
Ben Gordon.
Ben Gordon. Oh,
Ben Gordon was tough.
Yeah, Ben Gordon was tough. Suns cracked 100.
They did.
Woo! All right, folks. You know what? We're going to call it here. Hit a like on this stream. Drop other 2K players in the chat. Hell, we might ask Gerald what his most underrated 2K player is. Torrey Craig in the fucking game. Okay, let's wrap this up.
CC.
Gert Jr. says, I'm not inviting you to a game show, Eric. You would just make us lose. Yeah, trivia is not my thing. Talking is my thing. Trivia is not my thing. Hit that link. Shane just texted me, Torrey Craig, my sweet boy. Join us in the post-game show. We'll be breaking down this game and breaking down mentally and so much more. We'll have fun with all the psychos and sickos. We'll see you all over there. We'll go live a couple minutes after this game ends. See you then.
We all silly like the mayor.